Good morning, class. Today, in the chapter that is solid state, we are going to discuss about imperfection in solid. Okay, that is imperfection, where perfection is not there. Basically, what we say that solids are having definite shape, but basically, when we look over them, then we find that there are some imperfection. That may be because of the crystal itself, that may be because of the atom, or that may be because of the irregularity in the lattice point. Okay, so these crystals are not free of defect, and the defect are basically irregularities in the arrangement of constituent particle. Okay, so coming to the topic, if we are discussing the imperfection in solids, basically we can say that the defects, okay, or the imperfection may be of two types. Okay, and we name them as point defect and line defect. So broadly speaking, the defects or the imperfection is of two types. The very first is point defect, and the very second is line defect. Okay, and in our syllabus we basically have to discuss about this, that is the point defect. First, but just have the idea what is point and line defect. So point defect are the irregularities or deviation from ideal arrangement around a point, okay, or an atom. But talking about line defect are the irregularities or deviation from ideal arrangement in entire row of the lattice point. Suppose this is the lattice point. Okay, so if we are talking about line defect, then in the entire row there will be defect. But if we are talking about point defect, then some side at some lattice point there will be defect. It may you can say there will be vacant space, or they take some interstitial space. So this is about the point defect and line defect. Now let us come to the main topic, that is the types of point defect, because we have to discuss about point defect. So basically point defect are further classified into three categories. Okay, if we are talking about point defect, they are further classified into three categories. The very first is stoichiometric, the very second is impurity defect, and the very third is non stoichiometric defect. You can see here, the very first is stoichiometric defect, the second is impurity defect, and the third is non stoichiometric defect. Okay, so let us start with the very first, that is stoichiometric defect. Okay, from the word students, it is clear that stoichiometry is there. Okay, so basically when we are talking about stoichiometric defect, then these are the point defect that do not disturb the stoichiometry of the solid. Okay, they basically do not disturb the stoichiometry of the solid, and they are also called intrinsic. Because of this they are called intrinsic, or you can say thermodynamic defects. You can understood this clearly when we will see the examples. It is basically of two types. Okay, that is vacancy defect and interstitial defect. So from the beginning, at very beginning, we have seen that the imperfection or defect in solid is of two types. The very first is line defect, and the very second is point defect. In the category point defect, we have seen that it is of three types, that is stoichiometric, impurity, and non-stoichiometric. Now we are going to discuss about the stoichiometric one. This is further divided into two. The very first is vacancy defect, and the very second is interstitial defect. Okay, and these two basically see in case of, you can say, non-ionic solid. Okay, this is seen in case of non-ionic solid. In case of ionic solid, there are two more defects which are named as Frankel defect and Schottky defect. So what you have to basically pay attention is vacancy defect and interstitial defect are example of a stoichiometric defect, but they are seen in non-ionic solid. And talking about Schottky defect and Frankel defect, they are seen in ionic solids. Okay, and all four are stoichiometric defects. So let us start with the very first, that is vacancy defect. From the word it is clear that there is some vacancy. So when some of the lattice sites are vacant, the crystal is said to have vacancy defect. You can see in this diagram here, you can see here the two sites are vacant. So that is why it is called vacancy defect. Why? Because lattice sites are vacant here, and as there is vacancy, so you can say that it develops when substance is heated. Okay, because some substance just escapes out, and because of this vacancy defect, we can also say that it decreases the density of the substance. Okay, now talking about the second, that is interstitial defect. Here interstitial defect, here what basically happens, some constituent particles, that may be atom, that may be molecule, occupy an interstitial site. Okay, the crystal is said to have interstitial defect. Here what this statement mean to say, suppose this site is vacant. Okay, so it will take a interstitial position, like here it will come here, it will come here, it will come here. Okay, at whatever position, but that will be interstitial. What I mean to say, you can see in this diagram, this shows the example of interstitial defect. Here what is happening, the particle is taking a interstitial site. This is a interstitial site, this is a interstitial site, and as the number of particle is increasing, or you can say the lattice point is going to interstitial site, because of this the density of the solid increases. Okay, and students, if you will see clearly that in both the two, okay, both the two are taking place in non-ionic solid, because if we are going to talk about the ionic solid, then what basically happens, their electrical neutrality is maintained there. You all know how ions are formed. They are formed because of cation and anion, alternate arrangement of cation and anion. That is why they are called as ionic. So the defects in ionic solids are, that is the Schottky and Frankel. So let us see each of them clearly. If talking about Frankel defect, okay, so Frankel defect is shown by ionic solid. The smaller ion is dislocated from its normal site to an interstitial site. Here also the particle is taking interstitial position, but here the particle is basically ion, and what it basically does, the smaller ion, that is cation, is taking an interstitial site. So you can see here there is vacancy of the smaller ion, that is cation, and the cation is taking an interstitial position. You can see here. Okay, so this is what, this is Frankel defect. It is an example of interstitial defect. Now students, it is also called dislocation defect. As you can see, the position is dislocating. Ion was here and it is dislocating to this position. Now let's talk about the Schottky defect. So it is basically a vacancy defect. Okay, it is related to vacancy defect, but what happened here, both the ions, cation and anion, leaves the site, lattice site, and go to the interstitial position. What I mean to say, you can see here is the place for cation and here is the place for anion. Both the cation and anion are leaving their sites, that is these sites are vacant, and they are moving to a interstitial site. So if we are talking about the interstitial site, you can see both the ions, that may be positive ion, that may be negative ion, are vacant. So like simple vacancy defect, Schottky defect also decreases the density of the substance, and number of such defect in ionic solid is quite significant. For example, in NaCl there are approximately 10 to the power 6 Schottky pairs, that is huge in number. In 1 centimeter cube there are about 10 to the power 22 ions. Thus there is one Schottky defect per 10 to the power 18 ions. So Schottky defect is shown by ionic substance in which the cation and anion are almost of similar sizes. For example, you can take an example like NaCl, like KCl, like CSCl and AgBr. So it may be noted that AgBr show both. It shows Frankel defect also and Schottky defect also. Now students, let's talk about impurity defect. What is impurity defect? So basically what happens in impurity defect, that the foreign atoms are present at the lattice site in place of host atom or at vacant interstitial site. Okay, just take an example. Suppose we are taking NaCl, molten NaCl, that is containing a little amount of SrCl2 and they are crystallized. So some of sites of Na plus ion are occupied by Sr2 plus. You can see here this site is for Na plus, okay, but it can be taken by Sr2 plus. You can see here this site is for Na plus and Sr2 plus is taking place. So what is the impurity defect? It is simply when foreign atom are present at the lattice site, okay. And here what happens, the Na plus ion are replaced by Sr2 plus ion, producing one cation vacancy, okay. So one Na plus will be removed, so there will be a cation vacancy. Now students, in our next lecture we will discuss about the non-stoichiometric defect. And today's lecture we basically have discussed about imperfection in solid, in which we have seen about the basic defect of solid, that is the line defect and the point defect. Then we have seen that point defect is further subdivided into three, that is impurity defect, stoichiometric defect and non-stoichiometric. And we have seen that in stoichiometric there are basically four type of defect. For ionic one there is Frankel and Schottky, and for non-ionic one there is vacancy defect and interstitial defect. Thank you class.